Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a very requested piercing video. A lot of you wanted to see another belly button piercing related one. So someone requested that I do a pros and cons of having a belly button piercing or navel piercing, whatever you want to call it. So, let's get straight to the point. A lot of you are here because you want to know mostly the cons of having a piercing. That is why I personally watch pros and cons videos, because I want to know what the worst could possibly be. So in this video, yes, I am going to be going over quite a bit of cons of having a belly button piercing and not as many pros. Granted, all piercings are great. If you want it, go for it. But in this video, I am going to mostly be going over cons of a belly button piercing, because that is basically what y'all want to know before you just jump in and get one. Am I right? So yeah, let's go ahead and start off with the pros before we go with the cons. So the pros, like the good things of having a belly button piercing, is number one, yes, they are very, very flattering. They're beautiful piercings. I absolutely think they're gorgeous, and they're gorgeous on everyone when they're done correctly. Another thing is that they are very, very easily hidden. The only time you really see it is when you're naked, or you're in a bathing suit, or you're chilling in your bra, or you lift your shirt up. They're really not seen all that often, so I mean, you could be walking down the street and the person who just walked past you could have a belly button piercing and you would never know. Another thing is there are many different types of navel jewelry. It's not just the usual typical jewelry that you see. You can have many, many different different types of jewelry in there, and it makes it very versatile. So you can have rings in there, you can have spirals, you can have banana bars, you can have dangles, you can have whatever you want in there, and you will always be different from the person next to you. You know what I mean? So yes, that's basically all the pros that I have. Really just kind of jumped right into them. Again, it is a piercing. If you want it, get it. It's not permanent. That's another thing, is piercings are never permanent. They can always be taken out. Let's go ahead and move on to the unfortunate cons of having a belly button piercing. There are quite a few, because a lot of piercers and a lot of people don't really follow several rules of belly button piercings, and that's what I'm here to help you guys on. The cons are very important, I feel like, because I feel like the more you come up with, the more and the better understanding that you will have of a piercing, you know what I mean? So the first one being is that rejection rates are very, very high for surface piercings, and belly button piercings are in fact surface piercings, so the rejection rate will always be a little bit higher than an ear piercing, you know what I mean? So just please take that into account. Surface piercings like eyebrow, belly button, things like that, dermal anchors, everything. The rejection rate is always a little bit higher because surface piercings do have a much harder time healing. And that leads into the next thing, is that they do take a very, very long time to heal. The typical time for a belly button piercing to heal, and I'm not kidding about this, you can ask anyone, some people will tell you different, but here is my own knowledgeable, here it is. 6 to 12 months for a belly button piercing to fully heal. Sometimes more and sometimes a little bit less, and therefore you need to have patience with them. No, a belly button piercing will not and cannot heal in 2 weeks. It just won't happen, and it's not going to happen. So please keep that into mind as well, that they just don't heal very quickly. And another thing that not a lot of people know is that not everyone can have a belly button piercing. And you're probably thinking, well, you just said they're flattering on everyone. You're right. However, you must not have heard me say when they're done correctly. What I mean by that is not everyone can have one. And that there are many, many factors play into that. Either you are too thin and you don't have enough skin to be properly pierced, or you are a little bit bigger and you have too much skin, or your belly button piercing is very deep and very small. Sometimes you just cannot have it. There has to be a certain amount of skin, and there has to be a certain body type to have one. No, you do not have to be a size 0 to have one. That is a myth. You could be 300 pounds and your belly button could be perfect, or you could be 70 pounds and your belly button not be perfect. So you do not have to be skinny to have one, and you do not have to be a girl to have one. Guys can have them too. Whatever you want to do, go for it. Another thing is outie belly buttons. It's very, very uncommon for someone to pierce an outie belly button. It's unfortunate, but you don't want a messed up piercing. It's just not meant to be. If you have a certain belly button and you can't get it pierced, that's fine. Go for another piercing. You can't always get an upper navel piercing. You can always try for an inverted navel or a lower navel piercing. That is fine. Just go speak to a reputable piercer who knows what they're doing so you don't get, you know, fucked over. That's very, very important that you do so. If you are interested in getting one and you're not sure, go see a reputable piercer who will look at it and will be able to tell you if you can or cannot get it pierced. Another thing that's kind of unfortunate is scarring. If you are someone who had the unfortunate experience of rejection, then you probably have experienced the unfortunate scarring. Sometimes people don't know what rejection is, which again is very unfortunate. I feel like all piercers should make their customers aware of what rejection is, especially when it's a belly button piercing. And people who don't know what it is and they end up having it reject fully out, they're going to be left with a pretty bad scar. And I get questions about scars all the time, will the scar ever go away? I don't understand why people ask that, because it is a scar. Scars, like, it's a scar. Scars don't just go away. There will always be some sort of remnants of the scar there, no matter what you do. So just please keep that in mind, that scarring can be bad, especially if it is rejecting and you don't take it out right away. If you do notice your piercing is rejecting, take it out immediately. Do not wait for it to be hanging on by a little thread of skin. Don't, because you're going to have one hell of a scar, and you don't want that. So yeah, just please keep in mind that scarring can be pretty bad, pretty ugly, but you know, it's fine. It happens. We're all human. Don't let it affect your life. If you have a scar, then you have a scar. Another thing, especially in my own personal experience, that sometimes belly button piercings can be very, very painful. I got mine done 4 years ago. It was my first piercing besides my lobes. I was 18, almost 18. I was like 3 days away from turning 18, so that was 4 years ago already, wow. But yeah, my belly button piercing was incredibly painful. My most painful piercing to date was the belly button. They can be painful sometimes. Some people don't think they're painful at all. Some people think they're the worst things ever. That's totally fine. Everyone handles pain differently, and pain will be different for everyone, no matter what. So, yeah. Keep that in mind. It can be painful, but don't worry, because it only lasts a couple of seconds and it's over, I promise. And the very last thing that I want to share with you guys is that they are very, very unpredictable piercings, meaning you never know how it's going to turn out. You will either get the piercing and it'll heal perfectly from there on out. You will get the piercing, it'll be great and turn ugly, or you will just have an entire hellish healing experience the entire time. So they are very unpredictable. All surface piercings are like that. My eyebrow and my belly button, both surface piercings, both were a bitch to heal. My body just doesn't like them. That's fine, but just really expect the unexpected. So if you think your piercing's going great, don't just stop taking care of it. Always keep an eye on it, because you never know when it can take that dramatic turn and get really kind of ugly. So if you have a piercing, TLC and patience are the two most important things you can do. TLC meaning tender loving care. Take really good care of your piercing and you should be all good. That's everything that I have for my pros and cons of a belly button piercing video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up for me. Let me know if you have any questions, but until then, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.